Grab a cold one, heat up those wings, and get ready to fire up your engines. It's Fanside on RaceCanada.world. With your hosts, Cam K and Graydon Bunn.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fanside. We are back for 2021, and man, we're coming out of the gates flying with Josh Williams, DGM Racing, NASCAR Xfinity Series. He is on the show. One of the coolest, one of the coolest guys to follow, because it is, when we talk about race teams that deserve a little love and get the most out of what they have, Josh Williams, so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you, brother. Man, I appreciate it. It's cool to do things like this, man. Just have a good old time and just enjoy yourself.
That's all we can do right now, because there's not much else we can do around here. So
yeah, you ain't lying.
We definitely have to let's start off with your 2020 season. Wow. One of the best, if not the best season for DGM overall. You, Alex LeBay, you had a bunch of different partners come aboard the number 92. I think Graydon and I will flat out say the best paint scheme creator in the entire NASCAR bubble. Wow. Some of those schemes, absolutely beautiful. And you know what? Maybe you had some bad luck in there, but what do you think about the 2021 season, given how well your 2020 went?
2020 went very well. We did run into a stretch of bad luck there. Talladega and Pocono back to back, but I mean, you can't complain. I mean, we did so good for what we had. And I mean, my guys, I think, everybody's like, oh, my guys are the hardest working guys in the garage, but I don't think they understand. They've got 15, 20 people. We only got like 5. So it's just a big difference, man. And to see the results that we had, in 2020 is just remarkable. Alex, myself, I mean, the Bassett brothers, I mean, we all had really good runs, Preston Pardis. I mean,
yeah,
DGM is making waves, man. And I think 2021 is going to be, it's going to be a step up. I mean, we're working on our cars, working on our motor program. They're not going to have a choice but to mention our name.
Well, they better this year.
Driver of the 92, baby. That's me.
Yeah. Graydon.
Yeah, man. As you said, they're starting to know your name for sure. You lit it up this year with a bunch of great runs, backing it up every time with another one, seemingly. Like you said, you have a little run of bad luck, but I mean, who doesn't have that once in a while? You had a pretty big 2020, the third quarter MPA Pocono Spirit Award winner. That's a pretty huge honor, right?
Yeah, somebody sent it to me. I was eating dinner with my wife, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, "What is this?" And they kind of called me, and they talked to me about it a little bit, and I was like, "Man, we're going against Roger Penske and Joey Logano." I was like, "Man, it's cool, man. At least they knew that we were there."
Hell
and
yeah!
A couple of weeks later, they were like, "Man, you won." I was like, "You're kidding me!" I mean, I was shocked, man. It's to be involved with those two guys like that, and as much as they do for our sport and our community, it's cool to know that people notice what we're doing and see that we're doing something genuine. We're not doing it for clicks or followers or media. We're doing it because we love to do it, and that's the biggest thing.
And that's if I can say, like, we've kind of followed each other on Twitter. That's my one trick pony kind of social, but for a while. And I mean, as a dad, I mean, that gets you right in the heart, where obviously you got a soft spot for that type of thing. And as a dad, I mean, that rings true. And as a driver, I mean, full admission, I was a fan by association at first, because you were Alex LeBay's teammate, and he was kind of our dog in the fight for a while. And then I started looking more into your bio and became more of a fan of you. Like I've said to you, you're like the ultimate utility player on a race team. There's nothing you can't do on a race car. And And like Dale Earnhardt, you're the blue collar guy that us guys kind of root for. Like, I'm a tradesman. I see you like with your videos before that you've done where you were going to work every day, like doing work, the staging work and stuff that you've done. And man, I just love rooting for you. And that's not really a question. That's just me kind of saying. But it's just that, I guess that's my intro in saying that it's awesome to line up and have you here, man. I see a bandolero in the background. You're the 2005 champion, so JWM stays true to its roots, right?
Oh yeah, I actually the car that I won that race with in Nashville in 05, we still got it. We still race it to this day. One of my Legends drivers, Bryce Applegate, he drives this 45. He actually won his first bando race in that thing, and
nice.
It's a race car, man. That thing doesn't know. Yep. It's just a piece of metal. It don't know how old it is, so it's cool, man. You know,
that's relatable to our Pinty series too. Chassis have a date on them, but they don't know how long they've run. As long as you get performance out of them, right? Keep running them.
Exactly. Yeah, one of our Speedway cars, our ARCA Speedway cars, I'm going to say we won Talladega with it in 2016, regardless of what the results say. But that thing's a 1998, man. Like it's a 98 full blown. Even the drag link on the front end of Centerlink, it's still got 11 of 98 stamped in it. I mean, it's a race car.
I was in grade 11.
I'm not going to say how old I was. Well, it's crazy because we look at, you know, drivers that have made their way up, and some have a really quick trajectory and go straight up to the Cup Series. What was it about DGM that you said, you know what, this is a good fit for me? You know, is it Mario? Is it the people? You know, or is it just that was what was available?
Man, it's everything at DGM. You know, I mean, Mario, he's just like me. We talk to each other pretty much every day, and I mean, we both love racing. You know, I mean, we want to win, whether we're sitting on the pit box or we're sitting behind the wheel. We want to win just as bad. So, you know, and we both want the same goal. We want to win races. We want to win a race in the Xfinity Series and say, hey, we did it. You know, we beat you guys. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think one of our wins is going to come somewhere other than Daytona or Talladega. You know, it's, I mean, we've been close and we keep getting better. We're not going backwards. We're going forwards.
Even with expansion, because I believe what I saw on social media was that Mario is driving at Daytona. Is that going to be fun or what, to get the boss out there again?
Oh yeah. We've been messing with him ever since he started talking about it. And I told him, I said, you're gonna have to get a new suit. He's like, yeah. He says, I'm gonna have to get a new suit. So, but no, man, that's gonna be cool. I mean, in Speedway racing, the more the merrier, you know. And usually it's me and Alex, but you know, now we're gonna have, you know, 4 of us out there, and we're all gonna have really good cars and really good equipment. So, I mean, it's Speedway racing. You bring your friends with you. You know what I mean? So now we got more friends. So I think that's going to help us a lot. Mario, he's got so much experience, and he's so good at what he does, man. It's going to be a fun time.
More bullets in the DGM gun.
Yeah, that's right. I told him, I said, dude, I will turn you off of 4 for the win. He goes, oh, I'm doing the same. So
I'm sure he would do the same.
Lined up into the checkered, we're probably none of us are going to win.
It's crazy when you think about, you know, that one of the things it seems like so long ago that the season was. It really wasn't that long. And I remember Grady and myself, we had this debate after the Talladega races, and we said, you guys were running up front and nobody would work with you. It has got to be the most frustrating thing in the world that you guys are good racers. You're up there, you're fast, just no one would work with you. Well, now you've made, you know, another car on the track for you. So hopefully that'll work out. In terms of working with the other teams, what is it like? Because, you know, you have the top teams, you have the middle, and then you kind of have the teams that are maybe, there's less employees, you know, there's only, like you said, you've only got a couple people working for your team. Yeah. So is it sharing resources? Is it helping each other out? Or is it, I'm only focused on my stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we try to just focus on ourselves. I I had a pretty good relationship with Cindric and Briscoe, and they helped me out a lot at the speedways because I mean they trust me. You know what I mean? They trust me. They know that I'm not going to do something stupid, and they know if it's time to go, I'm going to make something happen. So that part's pretty cool to have some of the bigger teams, have faith in you and want to work with you a little bit. So that plays a big deal. And I lost Briscoe, so it's gonna be one less friend in the field. But we added Mario, so
Yeah, that's a pretty good ad.
I mean, as a buddy to one of those guys, like that's got to be neat seeing Chase getting called up to. I mean, of all rides, probably his P1 destination ride too. That's pretty neat, eh, Josh?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And we talk all the time. I'm like, man, you ever need a motorhome driver? I'm your guy. So I always hit him all the time. Like,
you guys need a water boy. I'm there too. I'll carry you fresh water, whatever you guys need.
Don't mention the words volunteer around DGM. You'll be full time before you know it.
I have to move down to Florida. That's what we'll have to do.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's actually one other thing is you guys aren't centered in North Carolina. You guys are out in Florida. So you guys have that. Is it a disadvantage? I mean, you got the nice warm weather, but
yeah, I mean, it is tough because, if Mario needs something or whatever in a hurry, he's either got to get it shipped or somebody's got to jump in the vehicle and go get it. So it's about 8.5, 9 hours from Mario's shop to Charlotte. So, I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but I mean, he's done it for years, so it's normal, it's not abnormal, I guess, so he's used to it. And we try to help out as much as we can. Like we just picked our road course car up from the NASCAR and brought it, and we're putting a body on it. So, I mean, we can do things like that with us being here in Concord. So it kind of helps them out a little bit, do a little running around, grocery shopping.
The world's a lot smaller place now than it used to be, right? I mean, like business wise, that's normal dealings when you're dealing interstate, like state to state or province to province or even country to country. It's normal now, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of teams that in the Xfinity Series that aren't local. You got Brandon Brown and Sieg and Clements, Mario. I mean, even JD Motorsports, they're in South Carolina. So, I mean, everybody's kind of spread out a little bit, but everybody makes it work. And you got to get everything from the same place. It's all right here. So everybody's got to come to that one central location.
Exactly. And that speaks, I mean, look at the parity in your series. Arguably, the Xfinity Series has it going on for the best parity, at least in my opinion, and probably a lot of other people. Mm-hmm. I love the Xfinity Series that, like, you guys, obviously, you don't have the big tools at your disposal like the super teams do, but you guys are running with them now, and they know you're there. That shows it speaks to the experience that you say, the amount of people that you guys have working with you, but quality over quantity, right? You guys know how to set a car up and make it go fast by the ass of your pants.
Yeah, exactly. And, Mario's experience over the years is, I mean, it's a huge notebook.
Yeah.
And me being around a lot of the people that I've been around growing up in motorsports and being friends with these guys here close. I mean, we've all got our ideas and we put them together and see what works.
There's definitely a real big excitement for this year. The schedule's kind of gone through a bit of a change, a bit of an adjustment. Obviously, in 2022, there's going to be a new car. Is there a track that you're looking at for 2021 going, oh, I'm really, really excited to go there?
Nashville Super Speedway. That's on the list. I need to get me another one of them guitars up there. That's what I need.
Yeah.
He was the king of Nashville back then.
Nice.
I know.
He dominated that place.
Yeah, Mario's the Nashville hero, so hopefully he can pull out some old notes and we can get pretty close.
Nice.
Well, we definitely have that, schedule change, but we're talking about, 2021 in terms of the year it's been, or the year that's going to be. 2020, we want to keep that as far away from us as possible. What were the struggles specifically this year for the small teams? They didn't really hear so much about it on the NASCAR side. There was talk about, some closures of businesses, some sponsors maybe not able to help out, but it seemed like actually NASCAR held up pretty well.
Yeah, I think all the teams held up pretty good. I mean, we did have some sponsor struggles and things like that because, I mean, you couldn't host your people. You couldn't have your sponsors at the racetrack, and they couldn't be around everybody, and that was tough. And I mean, that's one of the biggest things for a small team is the hospitality side. And some of the bigger teams, they have access to suites and stuff or whatever, and that's tough for us. I mean, that's a big expense. So, I mean, that was a struggle, but NASCAR did a good job of taking care of everybody and making sure we were all safe and everybody did everything the right way. So I think they've got a good handle on it. So we're going to go right back to work just like we were this year, and hopefully everything works out soon and we can get back into the normal schedule.
And if I can say, speaking to all your sponsorship relations, Megan does a great job with you.
Yes.
Obviously, you guys are a very great team. You guys have sent me some stuff before, and even on some of my trips to the States, I've actually bought some Startron, like engine enzyme stuff. It's great stuff. So she's done a great job helping you put your programs together, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, she's a go-getter, man. She don't stop.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you say no once, you're gonna have to say it at least 6 or 7 more times. But yeah, she gets after it, man. This is a tough job. I mean, I told her, I said, look, if there's any job that I didn't want to have, it'd be yours. So, and she does a good job at it, and I appreciate all the hard work that she puts in and to put these things together and to bring these people to DGMs. Man, it keeps me going. I get to have a job. It's she's the reason I got a job.
What's the goal for this year, Josh?
Just keep the momentum going. Instead of top 15s, let's just click off more top 10s. I mean, let's stack that side of the board. And I think minus some bad luck and some things like that, I think we could have edged into the playoffs last year. So we're just gonna stick with that this year and make the first round of cuts and see what happens from there.
Yeah, you guys were P15 in the final standings, I think, right? For 2020. As you said, like it's just natural, like just progression as you guys go from year to year and get a little better and more stuff figured out. Maybe some tracks play into your hands as you get things figured out. You've got almost 100 starts in the series now. So, I mean, you're getting your own kind of notebook, whether it's mental or whatever, together for each of these tracks that you go to now. So you're kind of a veteran now too.
I know, right? Like up there. But but that's another big thing, and some of these tracks we go to, we don't have practice. It doesn't really matter. What I mean? It doesn't bother me a bit. So I actually like the no practice deal because sometimes, it's like an initial start. We might start like 21st, but hell, we pass like 5 people before we get out of turn 2, just, because what you have to feel. So.
Yeah, man. I was going to say that it shows that it doesn't seem to phase you as much because, you maybe will start wherever, but you race well and you obviously race smart that you're able to pass a ton of cars through the race and usually come out better than where you start.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's I think most cars passed. I think it was me and Alex were pretty high up on the board.
Had to have been for sure.
We definitely made a lot of fun at the rain race that you guys had to participate in. Did you dry out from that? And would you ever want to do that again?
Oh yeah, man. Rain racing's the best. So if you notice or not, but when it starts raining, all the heroes start backing up.
Yeah.
And
rain to CTMP every year, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you guys were
I'd like to go run up there, man. That place looks fun.
We'd love to have you.
Oh man, it'd be so cool.
I said we got to get Josh in Penny's car for a couple races. A Schwaken.
For that damn dirt race,
I got to go to that damn dirt race.
I'm trying to, man. I hope that whole deal works out and I can go up there and play a little bit, because that's my stuff, man. I love me some dirt racing. We had some really good finishes in the ARCA car on dirt, and I think I'd be one step ahead of them boys.
Nice. We got to get this lockdown business over with and the borders opened up and get this dirt track business going, because, man, it's been like a year plus in the making now of just teasing us.
I know. I'm about to put myself in like a box or something and ship me over there.
We already said you're an honorary Canadian, so it's all good. We just get you on. You'll be one of our brothers. There you go.
I don't even need a passport. I'll be right over there. Did I lose you?
Oh, we got you.
All right.
We got you. Yeah. So, it's definitely. We talked about the different types of races there, but you just mentioned the dirt in the ARCA series. So I have to ask. This is the burning question from so many people, and there's this huge debate on it. Bristol on dirt. Would you have rather gone to an actual dirt track, or are you cool with just slap some dirt on Bristol and go for it?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, man, just put some dirt on it and let us have some fun. I'm kind of upset that the Xfinity cars aren't going. I'm a little salty.
Yeah, what the hell?
I know. I'm a little salty about it, but I don't know. I've been hunting a cup ride since they released it. So I mean, I don't care what kind of car it is.
I think you're the only ones that aren't going on dirt this year, because trucks are going to Knoxville and Cup's going to Bristol. So you guys must.
Yeah, damn.
I know they put all these road courses in. I think Alex put in some type of request for more road courses. Kind of threw a wrench in my plan here.
So where it all began, you're a go-kart racer originally, right? Were you?
I started racing go-karts when I was 5. Yeah, I pretty much drove everything for 2 years at a time until I got to the bigger stuff. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you seemed, I'll call it racingreference.info. Is that, as I said, I had to brush up on you a little bit once we started following Alex and DGM more closely and stuff like that. But it seems like, based on your timeline, you had a very organized looking timeline in terms of your development.
Yeah. I mean, we had a rule, everything that I ever drove, I had to win first before we moved. So and that's what we did. We won races. We traveled all over and we kept moving up the ladder. And it took us a while in the ARCA series, but we did it on our own, and we did it out of this little building you see right here. So, I mean, it's
awesome.
It's just another step, and we're going to do the same thing with Xfinity.
Yeah,
for sure.
One of the cool things I love about it, and I mean, I don't know how many posts I made on Twitter about that Musselman's car, but oh my God, is that thing beautiful. And I really could say that about a lot of the rides. Your Halloween ride, your snowball derby ride. I mean,
there wasn't a bad looking car.
No.
Oh yeah. Our boy Maselli, he does it right, man. He's spot on. He's definitely one of the best design guys, and he's quick, and he takes really good care of us for sure. I think this year's designs are probably going to be pretty sweet too. I guarantee it.
I can't wait to see them. Yeah, we're big paint scheme guys, and we need to get those die casts, man. They need to start doing die casts for you guys, because those cars, man, just beautiful.
Yeah, I don't, you see some of these crazy ones that pop up, and you're like, why would they even make a die cast of that car? And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not biased or anything, but I think a pile of mine should have been some die cast.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man.
Yeah. The alloy, that one too. The Children's Hospital, was the Children's Hospital, the Musselman's, the last one, the
handprints. Yeah.
Beautiful. Like we talk about it all the time. Back in the day, man, when I started watching NASCAR, you had paint schemes for everybody, right? You had different die casts for everybody, even if unsponsored cars would have a die cast for them. So we hopefully Lionel will get back to doing that. But let's talk about your teammate, our boy Alex Labay. Coming into that DGM relationship, how are things with coming in with Alex, who's not he's coming from a different racing scene to coming down there. How have you guys been able to work together?
We work good together. I pick on him all the time. I actually call him Labradoodle. So,
that's a nickname we got to make sure we remember.
Yep, old Labradoodle. Yeah, we called him Luberdoodle one time because he overfilled one of the cars at DGM and got oil all over the floorboard. Said he was cleaning it up for like hours, so we called him Luberdoodle for that week.
That's a good.
But
Nice.
man, I like him. He's I messed with him. Did you lose me again?
Yeah, we got you.
People keep calling me, but I mess with him all the time. I give him a hard time. I beat him up a little bit, but when we first started, I don't think he knew how to take me because I'm just old Southern kid from Florida and out here driving race cars, and I'm greasy and roll around on the ground, and he's probably like, "What is wrong with this kid, man?" But we become pretty good friends, and I enjoy having him as a teammate because we race each other hard. I mean, Mario says he cringes every time we get side by side because we don't give each other any room at all. So,
and you guys run together a lot, eh?
You do.
Yeah, we're always stuck together all the time. It's insane, but it's fun and I enjoy it, and I try to lean on him a little bit, on the road course stuff because I mean that ain't me, but it's fun. It's fun times.
Well,
you seem to be adapting to that.
Yeah, you're doing
well. Sorry, Cal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. It's just another racetrack. That's all it is. And, and then once in the ARCA series, we run New Jersey Motorsports Park, and we were really good there. I mean, I think our last 3 or 4 races there, the worst we finished was 3rd. So it just takes some time to get used to the tracks and things like that.
You see my notes here? Because I was going to say, like, yeah, you do adapt very well, it seems like, regardless of the discipline. So that's a measure of a real wheelman there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always tell myself I don't have a choice, right? You got to get after it regardless of the situation, or, if you've never been there before, no practice, whatever. I mean, you got to, go to your limit, find it, and then, fine tune it from there.
Let her eat.
That's right.
So you do dirt, you've done pavement, you've done rain. I guess, like I said, we've talked about this before. In Canada, they do ice and snow racing. So it's something we got to get Josh Williams doing, right?
I know. I've seen that. We were actually some of the guys here at the shop. We were looking at that, like the sprint cars or whatever on ice. Dude, that has got to be the coolest thing we've ever seen, and that's badass. I mean, I'm all about that.
I want Chevettes on ice. I want to be part of that. That's my wheelhouse right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've been truly honored to have you on the show, but we're going to end it with overall, what we'd like to do is allow the drivers to talk about their sponsors, because they're the ones that help get you to the racetrack. They're the ones that, put the money up. So yeah, plug time for all of your sponsors.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've got a pile of them. From our vinyl general formulations, supplying us with all of our decals, and Maselli, our race artist, doing all of our stuff. Muscleman's, of course, Alloy, Sleepwell, Startron. I mean, just all these people who've put time and effort in. Frog Fuel, Required Team Gear. I mean, Stay Sky Hotels. There's just, I'm sure I'm forgetting a million of them, but there's just so many people that, and they're friends. I mean, they're just like family to us, and I think that's cool
the Silverton Casino. That's a beautiful car.
Yeah. Yep, the old Silverton, man. But all these people are they're just good to us. I mean, they're not suit and tie sponsor type of people. They come to the track and they have a good time, and we hang out, and everybody's just laid back. I think once they meet me and they're like, "Oh, this kid's normal," they're like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, that's all you want, is to be normal, right?
Yeah, well, at least kind of normal, I guess.
Super relatable, man.
We have been truly blessed, like I said, an honorary Canadian, friend of the show. Josh, thank you so much for coming on Fanside. We'd love to have you back at some point. Hope we have the best luck of the year, starting right at Daytona, because you guys know how to do it. You've got Mario in the race. You're going to have Alex in the race with you. So we're hoping the very best for you this year. And thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And anytime, man, anytime. I appreciate you guys.
Sorry, but
Go
on
ahead.
behalf of my sons and I, also, it's just been a huge honor to have you, and we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. Like I said, anytime, and whatever. Say bye, guys. These are my employees right here. I got 1 and 2. That's all I got. Where you at, John?
All right.
Oh, there he is. But yeah, man.
Nice work, boys.
You guys have a good one. And we'll be down at the old Daytona ARCA test here. We're going to see if we can get the old car tuned in, have a little bit of fun. But yeah, man, anytime, you guys just give me a shout.
Thanks for listening, race fans. Time to enjoy some wings and some racing. We'll catch you next week on Race Canada Fanside. Don't forget, you can find Cam on social media at Cam K Racing. Or Graydon on Twitter at Smooth Operator.